21 ноября текущего года российские вооруженные силы нанесли комбинированный удар по одному из объектов оборонно-промышленного комплекса Украины. В боевых условиях было проведено в том числе и испытание одной из новейших российских ракетных систем средней дальности. В данном случае с баллистической ракетой в безъядерном гиперзвуковом оснащении. Наші ракетчики назвали її «Орешник».
Сьогодні була нова російська ракета. Всі характеристики – швидкість, висота міжконтинентальної балістичної. Зараз тривають експертизи.
And so the ballistic missile launches and takes everything up into space, and the first stage falls away, and then the second rocket motor falls away, and then you just have the bus kind of drifting in space. And that is when the little thrusters start to maneuver so it can drop warheads on different locations. This is something that all intercontinental range ballistic missiles do. If you hear about a missile with multiple warheads, and that the multiple warheads can be placed against different targets, the way they do that is by a bus that maneuvers in space and drops things. What the Russians have done is taken that basic idea of a bus and they've married it to conventional weapons, and they've used it to deliver conventional weapons, really, I think, for the first time in history. As the thing goes through space, those thrusters will fire to turn the bus so that it can drop warheads in different locations. And that's basically what we saw is the bus carried probably 6 warheads, and each of those 6 warheads carried 6 submunitions. So what you saw were 6 different sets of 6 little missiles striking the base, and they each went to slightly different places, and that's because the bus was able to maneuver and drop them in different spots. This is a new capability, but it is not a capability that represents a dramatic change in the way that conventional weapons are developed. It's a series of old technologies that have been put together in a new way. If the weapon were inherently terrifying, he would just use it. But that's not quite enough. He's had to use it, and then he had to do a press conference, and then he had to do a second press conference to say, hey, this thing is really scary. Any significant long-range ballistic missile will travel at speeds in excess of Mach 5. And again, people are making a big deal about this thing going 3.5 kilometers per second, and ICBM, fired to its full range, will travel at like 7 kilometers a second. So like twice that speed.
姐妹们总烦恼脸上细纹、干燥与暗沉，现在起跟我一起放心交给 KS Royal Face 皇家颜值逆时奇迹系列。KS Royal Face 皇家颜值逆时奇迹系列，它添加5种 EGF， 专门防止肌肤老化，强化皮肤修复，增加肌肤弹性水嫩，轻松抚平皱纹，换回青春自信。KS Royal Face 皇家颜值逆时奇迹，护肤露、全效精华、精华霜，即刻启动冻龄密码。